has had a lot to say. A lot of it is, it's not, like, we get on all right, but, like, you know, I think that I really like Hamzah Sheeraz. I think it's a brilliant fight. I think that Edgar will get a lot of confidence from Canelo. What Hamzah said about the Canelo fight, Berlanga done great in the Canelo fight, but I don't think he really pushed himself in the fight as much as he could have done and probably might do now with that confidence. He hits very hard, but Hamzah's been really starved at 160. You see the size of him, he's huge. I think it's a fantastic matchup. I think Hamzah needs to be very careful in the first 5 or 6 rounds of that fight.
Do you feel like maybe it should have been another fight before Berlanga?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But, you know, yeah, maybe. But, you know, also, isn't it great? Like, we're like boxing fans, and I'm one of them, by the way, and so are you. We're mad, really, aren't we? We're like, oh, what's he doing? He's stupid. He should have a warm-up fight. And then we make a warm-up fight, and everyone goes, who's he fighting? That's shit. You know what I mean? So I think, I admire it. I mean, look, if he goes and beats Berlanga, he probably will get the Canelo fight at Hamzah Sheeraz. So he's rolling the dice. Good luck to him.
Eddie, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. I wanted to ask you about that, what you just mentioned, you know, Edgar having a lot to say. He was shooting the gun at you, you know, from the side of the stage there. I walked over and I asked him about that. It was F. Eddie. Where do you think this comes from? You guys seem to be on good terms.
I think we're pretty much on good terms. I mean, I think he's a little bit rude sometimes. I think he should have a picture of me in his lounge. And every time he walks past his lounge in his new house with all his ice, you know, everywhere, he should pick up, you know, the chains that he wears, that's probably, I don't know, what, 50 grand, 100 grand, 100. Every time he picks it up, he should go, thank you, Eddie, and put it around. Because let's be honest, I gave him Jason Quigley, then I gave him Poddy McCrory, right? I paid him unbelievable money for both, and then we got him an absolute fortune to fight Canelo Alvarez. With Keith Conley, everyone done a great job, right? We did a remarkable job for him. But, like all things, sometimes a fighter has an opinion of what they're worth, and obviously we have the receipts of the numbers. And it was just a little bit disjointed, you know. But I like Edgar. I think he's a really exciting fighter. I don't have any beef with him, and I wish him the best. But he should have the respect to say, "Fuck me, Eddie Hearn really done a great job for me."
You compared Shakur to Floyd earlier.
Yeah.
Can you expound on those points?
Ring IQ, movement, controlling the fight with the lead hand, footwork, defense, calmness, everything. Like. And by the way, Crawford's the same kind of mould. And you know what it is, yeah? It's the self-belief. Like Crawford, I can't tell you how much belief Crawford has. I spent the weekend with him out there, you know, we was on the plane together. He has no doubt in his mind that he beats Canelo, and he does it easy, right? And Shakur has so much self-belief, 0 doubt. And it's not like a complacency either. It's just like, I know exactly what they're going to do, and I know exactly what I'm going to do, and they can't beat me. And I think, but you know, Shakur, people talk about, oh, Shakur's negative, Shakur's this, not really. You wait till you see him in a fight like this, because you can't box just off the back foot against Bader. You just let him walk you down. But, like, and you know, look at Boots as well, same age. You know, I mean, sometimes Shakur's got a little bit of a baby face, and he looks younger than these guys. But let's just also acknowledge, Jaron Ennis is the same age. Like, Crawford's what, 36, 35, 30,
37?
37? You know? Like, and by the way, he's an outstanding fighter, but the problem is with Bud, and I said this to him on the flight, I said, you never got the chance to build an amazing resume because there was no one for you to fight. Like, and I was like winding him up. I said, tell me your best win. He's like, Ricky Burns. This is what he said. Ricky Burns is my fighter, 3-division world champion. But I said, he was a great fighter, but he's not going to go down in history, Ricky Burns, as like an all-time great. You're telling me that was your best win? Well, Errol Spence, but even he acknowledges that Errol Spence, you know, was probably a little bit... And Bud could beat all the greats, but he never really got the chance, and that's why this fight's really important for him and to him. And after watching Canelo against Skull, and I know it was Skull, and I think he's the fresher guy in there. And I very rarely back against Canelo Alvarez, but it would not surprise me at all if Crawford won that fight.
Eddie, what are your thoughts on the change in dates and venues with the Canelo Crawford situation?
I think there's a lot, you can always read into the reports from His Excellency. Sometimes there's reasons why he's done stuff. I actually haven't caught up with him since he announced that. I think originally they were going to go on a Friday because Saturday is there a big UFC event? Or I don't know.
They got a UFC event
In Vegas, yeah.
And then football
College
Sunday.
football, yeah. So, but for me, I think championship boxing should be on a Saturday night. Always.
Eddie, June 14th, you back at the Garden.
Yes. Great
What can we
fight.
expect on that card? What you lining up for?
So we're going to announce the card this week. There's a huge fight for Andy Cruz on the card, and he's going to be a big statement to put him into a position to fight for the world title. Tito Mercado on the card there as well, unbeaten 140 pounder. One of our big heavyweights as well, Alexis Barrier from